Hey guys, today, since I am officially in my third trimester, I decided to share all the baby products that I think are absolutely worth it since I spent so much money on unnecessary products with my first baby. Now that I'm about to be a mom of two, I think I'm more of an expert in that department. So I'm just gonna share exactly what I've been buying for baby number two and a couple of things that I'm going to be using with my second baby. All right guys, let's start with feeding. So when it comes to baby bottles, my absolute favorite bottle is the Kumatumo bottle right here. I did buy them for Serena in pink, and now for my baby boy, I bought them in green. I have tried every other baby bottle on the market, and even though these are a little bit pricier than other products, I think they are absolutely worth it. First of all, they do mimic the feel of an actual breast. So I did breastfeed Serena. So when you actually hold the bottle at the bottom, it's squishable, which I think is like so genius. See that? You can actually squeeze the bottle. The opening, it has a very wide opening right here. So if you're putting formula, or if however, you want to put your breast milk, or however you choose to feed your baby, you're not going to have any spills. I had other bottles where the opening is so small, and every time I want to put like powder in it, it falls everywhere and it just made a mess. So I highly recommend these as a baby bottle. It just comes in two sizes. I just got the 5 ounces for now for my baby, and then eventually, obviously, as the baby grows, I will move on to the 8-ounce bottles. Since I'm talking about bottles, I have been obsessed with the Baby Breeza sterilizer. So we all hear about how babies are super sensitive when they're first born, so obviously you have to boil everything if you choose to do it the old school way, and you just want to make sure that everything is sterilized. So this Baby Breeza sterilizer is absolutely amazing. You can actually burn my hand with it a couple of times because I was trying to like open it up as it's working, but I love using it not only for Serena's bottles, but I also put like her spoons in there, her pacifiers when she used to take pacifiers. Sometimes I have like tiny little things such as her toothbrush. I even put it in the Baby Breeza. It just makes me feel so much more at ease knowing that everything is completely sterile. It's super easy to use, and I have been obsessed with it. I think it's a great baby shower present as well. It's about $100, and it is totally worth it. With the Baby Breeza, you can actually choose whatever setting you want. You can have it on for 30 minutes, for 45 minutes, for 60 minutes, depending on how much time you have. I usually put it for 45 minutes, or I plan on washing the baby's bottles with baby detergent soap. And then after that, I always put them in the Baby Breeza. I also do put my pump in the Baby Breeza. Speaking of pumps, I am going to be using the LV pump for my second baby. With Serena, I have used almost 5 different breast pumps that were either too bulky, didn't really work, made me even more depressed about the whole pumping process because it is kind of boring. So the LV pump is actually so convenient for me because I can be on the go. It's so discreet. You just put it in your bra. Nobody can ever tell that you're pumping. The sound that it makes is so minor, like you guys can barely hear it. Some people thought I was wearing like a lit up bra because there's just like a little light that goes on when I put the pump in. In terms of like how strong the suction is, I know some people were worried about that. It worked fine for me, so I do plan on using it with baby number two, and this time I'm going to be pumping a lot more than I did with Serena since I want to make sure my milk supply is up to par. Pacifier. Okay, so here's the thing with the pacifier. Serena only took it for about 3 months. So I am going to be buying the regular pacifiers that are just generic because I didn't find any that's like super amazing and like, oh my God, this is so different. However, I do want to talk about this medicine pacifier right here. Luckily, Serena didn't get sick at all during her first year, so I didn't have to use this, but we never know what happens with baby number two, so I want to be prepared. So because of that, I went ahead and I bought this from Frida Baby. It's basically a pacifier that allows you to put the medicine in, and then you can slowly start dispensing it into the baby's mouth. Serena used to throw up anytime I would give her Tylenol. She only started getting sick twice actually. She got COVID with me, unfortunately, and then before that she was teething, so she got a fever, and whenever I would give her Tylenol, she'll just throw it all up and she would not accept it out of a syringe. So I did go ahead and buy this one for the baby. It had such good reviews on it, and I think it may come in handy. Okay, we talked about food. Let's talk about sleeping. When it comes to the situation of how I want my baby boy to sleep, I highly recommend the DoCotot. I did co-sleep with Serena, not until she was about 6 months. At the beginning, I was just like super scared to like have her next to me. But the DoCotot I think is amazing because I like using it around the house. She can lounge in it. You can insert like certain toys that can hang on top of the DoCotot to keep her entertained. It's super cozy. It hugs her like she feels like she's still in my womb. So I really like it, and I found this very cute jungle print for the baby boy that I did invest in. As far as the baby's crib, I honestly didn't use the crib at all with Serena. It was like such a waste of money. But I do plan on sleep training the baby. I'm not gonna do what I did with Serena with the second baby, or else I'm gonna lose my mind. So in terms of like the sleeping situation, I did buy a Moses bassinet instead. I just think it looks super pretty, and it's one that you can actually stroll. I can take it down with me downstairs or upstairs or whatever the situation is. If we have people coming over to see the baby, I think it'll look super cute, aesthetically pleasing. So I do plan on having the Moses bassinet and then the DoCotot as two ways of how the baby's going to sleep the first couple of months. And then after the baby's 6 months, I will transition the baby into an actual bed. Now, sleeping situation, Serena hated to be swaddled, but you never know, second baby might be different. So I actually bought the Halo Swaddle just to make sure the baby is nice and cozy. I don't have to worry about having so many different blankets. Actually not recommended to have anything in the baby's bassinet or in the baby's crib. So I thought I will just get this swaddle right here. If the baby wants to put their hands out, they can, but at least it's a sleeping sack that's gonna keep the baby warm. It's gonna keep the baby put together, and it actually grows. You can wear it up to 2 years. So my friend recommended this for me. She told me it was like gray, and I saw her baby wearing it, and I'm like, what is your baby wearing? That looks cute, because I am not a swaddle person. So like, I don't know how to swaddle the baby. It was the most annoying thing for me. So this makes it super easy. So I did invest in one of those. And then I also invested in the Owlet Smart Sock. So I do have the Owlet camera, and I finally invested in the sock. I didn't think I would need it with Serena. I'm like, it's like $300. Is it worth it? But honestly, I'm telling you, it is so worth it, because with Serena, I did not sleep. Guys, I would wake up in the middle of the night. I'm just staring. Is she breathing? I'll put my hand on like her heart. Is her heart like right appropriate? I'll put like my finger like right under her nose to make sure like she's actually breathing properly. It was a nightmare, and I would like cry from how tired I am, but I just don't want to sleep because I want to make sure she's okay. It was so difficult for me. So this sock, you can basically just put it on the baby's foot, and it monitors their oxygen level and their heart rate, and God forbid if there's any issues, it'll actually beep at you. And then there's an app that comes with it as well, so you can monitor all that. Whether if you're not home, you can track everything. It also tracks how much the baby is sleeping, there's any motion. So I'm happy I got this. There's obviously a lot of different products that are involved for a baby. I'm not gonna bore you guys with everything. Like there's like the towels, and there's like the bed sheets, and there's like all these other stuff, but I think these are just like generic stuff. I'm just going to be mentioning things that worked for me with Serena, and things that I wish I had with Serena that I didn't, that I invested in this time. So that way, if you guys are working on like a baby register, you know exactly what to include. Let's talk about personal care. In terms of diapers, I love the Honest diapers, and I also do like Pampers. So I alternate between both. I tend to use the Pampers brand a little bit more, just because I like the fact that it gives you an indication if the baby did wet their diaper or not. As far as like shampoo, body wash, all that stuff, I love Mistela. I also do like Honest. However, Mistela has this beautiful smell to it, especially their cleansing water. I used it with Serena throughout, especially if your baby has like pimples or your baby's breaking out. I think it's super gentle on the face. I even use it sometimes. Like, that's how obsessed I am with the smell. It smells so good. Let's say I'm in a hurry, I'm trying to go out, my daughter just got done eating, I'll wash her up, and then with a little cotton pad, I'll just wipe her face with some cleansing water, wipe her hands, and she just smells super, super fresh. It does come in a gift set as well. If you guys want to gift someone a Mustela gift box. I am subscribed on Amazon. I do get the big Mustela bottle, and then I also get the tiny Mustela to go wipes that I like to put in my bag. Since we're still talking about personal care, I invested in this Frida Baby basic kit. It comes with a snot, clipper, and a nail filer. It comes with a bath brush and then a gas passer. I heard a lot of stuff about this, and I actually bought it for Serena, but I was really scared to use the snot sucker because I'm like, what if something comes in my mouth? It was just weird to me. But then a lot of people reassured me that there's like a covering in there, so you don't have to worry about anything coming inside your mouth. It's super easy to use. The number one product that I actually like out of all of these is the bath brush. I use it in the shower with Serena to basically make sure that I'm really scrubbing her scalp. I do like this. I think it comes in handy. It's not that pricey. It's actually affordable, and it's all things personal care that your baby will end up needing. Next, since we're talking about diapers and like fun stuff like that in the personal care department, let's talk about changing pads. So I actually bought this changing pad for Serena, and I loved it so much. First of all, the material of it is great. It's thick enough so I don't have to worry about her like being uncomfortable on it. It's easy to clean. You can swipe or wipe anything off of it. Obviously you can put like a blanket so she's not just sitting on the actual thing, or you don't have to put a blanket. Like, it could just be as it is and you just wipe it down with some baby cleaning product. So I'm going to link that changing pad that I used on Serena. She loved it as a child. It was like my favorite thing. I know some people don't really use changing pads, but for me, it's just something about waking up at like 3 a.m. and then taking her to the changing pad and then wiping down, you know, all the good stuff. That was actually exciting for me. I know it's weird, but it's exciting. Strollers. Let's talk about strollers really quick. My husband is currently putting together the Boogaboo stroller. This one is the Boogaboo Donkey. It's actually perfect for 2 kids, so we decided to invest in this one. But I also really, really like the Duna for Serena. So if you guys just have one baby, the Duna is an excellent stroller that's a car seat and a stroller all in one. It was super, super convenient for us, but it was time to upgrade, so we went ahead and bought the Boogaboo Donkey. The last baby product that I want to share with you guys is actually going to be the Avery Lovery play mat. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's like a little bit pricier than usual play mat, but I loved it for Serena, so I'm going to be reusing it for the second baby. It has so many different sections in there when it comes to like sensory. So, you know, sight, smell. It also has like a teething ring in there. It has different card sets, black and white, depending on which age your baby is in. So for the first 12 weeks, it's really important for you to show your baby high contrast colors like black and white. So I'll be using those cards on the baby. It has like a little mirror card set as well. And then it also comes with like a play guide that shows you different activities that you could do with your baby depending on what stage they're in. So I love the play mat. I know it's a little bit more pricey than other play mats, but I think it is totally worth every single penny. So I saved it for baby number 2. All right, guys, this basically sums up my guide to the best baby products on the market. I will have all these products linked down below and on the blog as well, in case you guys would prefer to read a little bit more details on some of these products. I'll add a few more information on there as well. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next video.